All right, today is Thursday, May 28th, and today our training is going to be using the Cami PDF annotation tool. It's the Cami Chrome extension or the Cami app that we're going to be using today and training on so that you can annotate on PDF files and mark up PDF files and, give your students feedback using that type of interface and interacting with Google Classroom with your PDF files as well. So we're going to get started. So let me share my screen. Hold on. And let me move this over here. So I kind of have my agenda. And okay, so we're going to start first. We're going to start with the Cami Chrome extension can be found in the Chrome Web Store. So you have to go to the Chrome Web Store and you have to search for it. And you're going to install this Chrome extension. So when you click on it, it's going to say add to Chrome. You add it, you create your account, you give it permissions to access your Google Drive and such. And once you go through all that initialization, the Cami Chrome extension is going to display up at the top right. It's a purple circle with a K in it. Do you guys see that up top here? All the way up top. Okay. So once that's installed, you can see that in your Chrome extensions. Another extension that you should install as well, because you'd be working with the Cami Chrome extension, is called the Screen Capture by Cami. So if you type in Screen Capture by Cami, you're going to want to install this Chrome extension as well. All right, because it works hand in hand, and I will explain to you later what that does. But that icon, it looks like a screen up at the top in the extensions. So it kind of, looks like a rectangle. But those two extensions you should definitely install. Now, if you're going to use the Cami Chrome extension with your students should install it as well. So let me open up a PDF file. So I have some PDF files saved on my local device, and I'm going to open them. Now you can open them certainly in your Google Drive. And oops, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go to Drive. Hold on, let me do it this way. So after you install the extension and you want to open up your PDF file, you're going to click on it once and you're going to click on Open With, and you're going to go to Annotate with Cami. And when you open up your file in this extension or this application, this is the interface that you get. Okay. So let me find another one that I did not do yet. Hold on a minute. I downloaded all of these before. Let's see. See this one. Okay, so let me upload this into my drive. And then we'll start from here, because I wanted to show you one that's clean, not one that I already did. Okay, so I'm in my drive. This is a PDF file. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to select Open With, Annotate with Cami. Okay, and your PDF file is going to open up in this interface here. All right, now this is one that you found already and you want to share with your students. So there's two scenarios. We're gonna use this one first because it's already pre-made. And then if you wanted to, you can take this, use this extension as a blank PDF and use it more like an interactive whiteboard. So I'll show you that after I go through this part. Okay. Are you guys good so far? Okay. So over here on the left side, there's a few, there's, a panel with different menu options here. So the select tool is basically going to let you click on an object and drag it around so that you can manipulate it. Now, just keep in mind that the teachers in GTMS have a premium subscription right now to Cami, and you can see that the trial ends in 32 days. So some of these features, or a lot of these features that I'm going to show you, are premium. But you could still certainly use the extension with your students, even though it would be a free version back in September. So keep that in mind when I'm going through it. Some of these features or options are premium. So the dictionary is actually a premium feature. So this is going to allow the students to look up a word. All right, see no definitions found. Let's see if I go here. So I have to highlight it, and then it'll allow the students to look up the definition of the word. Text to speech, that's going to allow the students to highlight, and then they can hit play or read, and it'll actually read the text that's on the page. So they can go through that, and that's great for targeting special education students with IEPs, so they can go through the text to speech there. And that is a premium feature, I think. So keep that in mind. These tools here, this will allow you to go to the previous sentence or the next sentence, um, loop through it again, read the page. This will stop it. And this will allow you to change the voice and the speed of how it's reading to you. I'm not sure about the languages, Tina. So let me get back to you on that. Um, The markup tool is included in the free version. All right, so you'll be able to highlight and pick different, colors if you wanted to highlight, and you can actually, mark up the page, or color code or sort things out by different colors or maybe different properties, so you can highlight in that way. The box highlighter, again, it's just another way of emphasizing something about that text to the students or showing importance to the students. Um, this is the strike through and the underline. So, if you click on it, you get an area here. Let's see. And you could see how it put the line right through the numbers. Do you see that? Let's see if I can change the color and do another one here. So let's see if I can do, let's delete this and then strike through with red on here. See how it went through? So you can go through it and mark it up that way. If something isn't right, you can cross it out, and then you can comment, which would be the next option here. You can comment on this particular item. So all you have to do is click comment, and then click somewhere on the page, and then the text box shows up. So this is similar to Google Docs or Google collaboration in Google Docs, where you have a commenting. But what's nice here is I can type in, I can actually record my comment using the microphone here. So if I click on this mic, Can you please do this again? And it actually, it actually typed my comment in there. So it has that nice feature. I heard a lot of people complaining about giving kids feedback because it takes way too long to type everything and it's not personalized. Well, using the Cami app, you can still keep it personalized and give quality feedback and record it. So, it's a little bit quicker. And you can see here when I leave a comment, I have like a little dot that signifies that there's a comment there. Okay. I can leave a voice comment, which I just did. The video comment, I can actually, I don't know if it's going to bomb out because I'm recording and we're doing this virtually, but if I click the video comment icon and click somewhere, it's going to allow me to record myself while I'm speaking to the students so the kids can actually see me giving them feedback. So let's see. All right, and you could see the recording would be in the margin of the PDF file, and it'll stay there. So the screen capture, this is the option that coordinates with that Chrome extension that I told you to install in the beginning. So the screen capture tool will allow you to actually capture what you're doing on your screen and record yourself while you're doing it. So it's similar to like a Screencastify if you were creating videos that way. So let's just say, for example, I don't know if it's going to bomb out, but we'll test the waters here. Okay, so I clicked on the screen capture. It's asking me what do I want to capture, what screen do I want to capture, and you could see here that it puts the comment here on the bottom underneath my previous comment. I hit record, and now I can actually start, explaining what I want the kids to, how I want the kids to solve that problem, and they'll get the comment and the screen capture um, and the video in that PDF file. See, I lost you, right? Right? So let me share my screen again. Hold on. So sometimes things like that happen because, it's too much video going on. So let me share it. Okay, so you see my screen now, right? Okay, so that's the screen capture. So the screen capture would be a nice option to use if you were explaining something to your students and writing on your screen at the same time so that you can show or explain the concept and record yourself doing it and record your video. So that's a nice way of giving the kids feedback if they got something wrong. Again, you have the pen, the color palette here as well. So if you wanted to leave a different color comment, you can. Everybody good so far with that? Okay. All right, so the next option here is a text box, and basically it's self-explanatory. Text box is a text box. I just click on it. This gives me, if I click somewhere on the page, it's going to give me, font size. I can change the color of the ink or the pencil or the crayon. But notice up top here, I get a toolbar, a text toolbar. All right, so when I create a text box, this toolbar comes down and it'll give me more options. So if I wanted to change the font, I can do all this in here, change the text, the font size, maybe bold it. Okay, I can do all that. So, you do have the capability of formatting your text in your text box. Um, all right. Another thing that I want to show you here too is when I click on the text box, uh, notice up top here on the right side, I do have um, a formula option here where I can insert math into my text box. All right, so here's the symbols. So for the math people here, if you wanted to create your own, PDF file, you can do that in here as well using the math symbols. There's other math functions or tools in here that you can use. There's subscript and subscript. So you can certainly create your own and add them into a PDF. So if that was part of your comments, you can certainly use those tools as well. There's emojis up here. So sometimes you may want to give kids feedback, using different emojis. So I think that's pretty cool. Or a sticker, you can think of it as a sticker. But it's just something different. So those are there as well when you add in a text box. So for the math people, you do have an equation option here. All right. And it does allow you to insert symbols, just like kind of what I showed you in the text box. So you do have this here as well if you wanted to create something along a mathematical equation or expression. You can do that in here and change the colors of it as well. The next option, oops, let's get out of it. Okay. The next option is a drawing tool. So this would be nice if you wanted to show your kids, or let me grab I'm going to grab my stylus. So if I wanted to, change the pen color, I can actually, start marking up this PDF file with a drawing tool, and I can change the color, I can change the thickness of the line. So if I wanted it to be a little bit thinner, I can do all that. But this is a nice way of interacting with the kids as well. You do have a shape tool, so if I wanted to insert shapes to have the kids solve or find the angle, you can do that in here. There's a line tool. There's a lot of different ways of inserting shapes, but you can certainly start here with these. Then you have the eraser tool. So the eraser tool is just going to do what it does. It's just going to erase things that you put onto your PDF file. All right. I can insert an image in here. All right, and I can insert an image. I can upload an image from my device or from Drive, or I can do a Google search image. So if I go and do that, and let's just say I'm going to search for a sunflower. This is Google's image search engine that comes up. So it's going to use the same type of technology that you're used to when you go to google.com. So, I can click anywhere and drop it. And basically, I have an interactive image here that I can put comments on here. I can put links also in text boxes. I forgot to mention that. So if I'm in a text box and I wanted the kids to go to a specific website, I can put the hyperlink of that website in the text box, which I thought was pretty cool. And here it is. Here's the link here. So if I just type in www, let's just do google.com, and I put the hyperlink here. Okay, I can enter the link and save it. So you can hyperlink these pictures or different parts of the picture. You want them to go to different websites. You can make it an interactive PDF file as well. And the signature, it is the signature. Yes, that's part of the premium package. But if you wanted to annotate with a signature, you can draw your signature on your device, or you can upload an image, and then you can insert it right into the file. Okay, so those are kind of that's the toolbar here. Now up top, along the top, there is a menu bar. And along the top, it tells you right here where this file is. So this file is in this folder called Cami Uploads, and that's in my drive. All right, and this is the name of the file. So if I click on this, I can actually rename this to whatever, training. Okay, so if I click on the file name, I can rename it. It automatically gets saved in your drive, just like a Google Doc. So every time you make changes to it, it updates it. So you don't have to worry about saving your changes. This is the zoom in and the zoom out tool, so you can do that as well if you wanted to. This is going to allow you to open a PDF, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. This will allow you to share it. So if I wanted to share it, it has to be uploaded into your drive. So it gives you, because what it does, it gives you a different sharing link. So it gives you a sharing link here. I can share it with anyone. I can give anyone annotations, sharing permissions. All right. And that's fine. This is just, another way of sharing it out there. You can print it if you wanted to. If you wanted to print it with the annotations or without the annotations, how it was originally set up, you can print it out that way. The save button is going to allow you to actually force a save, but again, it'll save automatically every time you make changes. So you can click that and save it. And like I said, it saves everything in this Cami Uploads folder that's in your drive. And I can also download this. So if I wanted to download this, all right, it's going to download it as a PDF file, right? And it should download it with the annotations. So if I go into my folder, and here's my training document, and I double click on it, see how it exported it out with all my annotations on it. So you have the option to do that. But if you wanted to download it without the annotations, then you would go to the next icon here with the arrow pointing down, and you can download it just as it was in its original state. So you can download it without annotations. You can download it to your device. You can download it to your computer, and you can, give it a different file name. Usually, when you export from Cami, it puts the Cami as part of the file name, so that you know that those files came from Cami. So keep that in mind when you're doing an export. And then you have your help. All right. You have your 3-line menu, which basically, uh, I'm going to go through some of this stuff with you in a minute. But I wanted to go through the tools and the menu. And another thing that I want to show you is the second part is I found a PDF file and I'm annotating on it. But what if you just wanted to use it as more of an interaction with your kids? So what you can do is you can hit the plus sign here to add more pages. And let's see, I'm going to add one blank page. And it's going to add it to the bottom of the PDF file, and it's just going to be white. So now what does this become? Becomes a whiteboard, right? So here's my blank page right here. All right, so I can actually, and we're gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So now I have a whiteboard. So I can create I'm gonna use a drawing tool, and I'm going to change the thickness of my pen, and now I'm gonna write on this. Okay, and I can actually use this write on it, and if I wanted to, I can record my information using the screen capture tool. So it becomes an interactive whiteboard, so to speak. And then you have a copy of it when you download it and save it as a PDF file. So, you can use this a little bit more like out of the box thinking. If you were doing anything with, shapes or whatever, you can have write on it, or angles, that's not a very good angle. So I'm going to erase it. Um, and let's see if I go into here and pick more colors. Here's my angle. All right. And then you want them to find the angle. Well, it's 90 degrees, but you want them to find the angle, so they have to solve it. So, you can use this as an interactive whiteboard as well. All right, by just adding a new page to your PDF. Now, what I want to show you, are you guys good with that? Because that's a lot of information. Okay. So what I want to do next is I want to show you, what the split and merge and this OCR is. So let me start over. So I'm going to open from, let's see, which file am I going to open? Okay, so here's my math worksheet. Oh, good. And I have an answer key here at the bottom, right? You guys see that? Okay. So this PDF file is 2 pages. The first page is for the students. The second page is the answer key. And I want to distribute this to the kids, but I don't want to distribute the answer key to the kids. Okay. So what I have to do, and I need to click on the 3-line menu and go to split and merge. And what it's going to do, it's going to take your PDF file and lay it out, and it's going to allow you to manipulate the pages on whether you want to include them into a new file or take them out. So this is the split and merge tool. So this is the file that I want to add. So I'm going to click next. Okay, and it lays out my pages. So if I had a PDF file, say it was 5 pages, and I only wanted to include, 3 pages, all I have to do is drag the pages that I want to keep down here at the bottom. So if I had 5 pages here, you would have 5 pages shown here, and then I would just click and drag and move the page down to the bottom. Okay. Now, this file name. This file name is going to be called Math Worksheet. This one's going to be called Math Worksheet 1. So you may want to, change your file names accordingly to what you're doing. So once that's all done, okay, I can split it. I'm in split mode. So I'm going to export. And you know what? Let me do this. Let me change this to Math Worksheet Answer Key, so we can keep it straight. And then this one, I'm just going to do Math Worksheet Training. All right. So now I'm going to export. I'm going to export them to, we can download them or we can put them in Google Drive. I don't know where it's going to go in Google Drive. So I'm going to just do download files. Let's see what happens here. So it looks like it put them in a zip file. So I'm going to open it up. Open. Okay, look at that. There's my PDF files. Do you see that? All right, there's my answer key and my training. So if I want to, I got to grab these. I'm going to move these over into my drive. All right, so now they should be in my drive. So if I go back into Cami, Let's see, go back to Cami. Okay, open from Google Drive. I can open from computer. I can create an assignment, which we're going to get to in a minute. I can create a new blank page. So this would be where you would do your interactive whiteboard if you wanted to. You can just click new blank page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select open from Drive. And I have to find it. So here's my training worksheet. Okay, so there's my worksheet and it's only one page. All right, so that's the split tool. All right, if you wanted to, you can merge them. So say you found a PDF file that had 5 pages, and then you want to use this worksheet. You would do the same thing. You go to the menu, you go to split and merge. All right, and then you would have to upload your, see here, I would have to upload my additional PDF file. So let's see. If I go to that, let me find something. So I'm going to do something totally different. We'll do this one. So this is Be Internet Awesome PDF. So let's see. Here it is. So I'm going to click next. All right, and you can see here this Be Internet Awesome is 5 pages. So I should be in merge mode, not in split mode, right? So I'm going to go to merge mode and let's see. Oops. All right. I'm not sure why it's not doing that. So let's go to split mode. So if I wanted to take this and then just, let's just say I want these 2 pages. Again, I can export it out. Internet awesome example. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I meant to say export. We'll say export. We can do Open in Cami, or we can do Google Drive. Select your folder. Okay, so it's asking you where you want to put it. We're just going to put it in Cami uploads and then continue. All right, so now if I go into the Cami, let's see if I go back to the main app. And I do open from Google Drive, I go into my Cami uploads folder, and here's my Internet Awesome example, and it should open it. So you have the option to split it up, and you can merge it, but I just don't know why. I'd have to get back to you on that because I didn't test that out. But just know that you can do it. It's the same thing. You can take a PDF and you can merge different pages into one PDF file and basically make a brand new PDF file. All right. So that's the split and merge tool. But this is what I want to show you, this create assignment. So this is going to allow you, once you download the Cami extension, you're going to see in Google Classroom that you're going to have a new option in your create button. So if I go to demo and I go to classwork and I hit create, do you see there's a Cami assignment here? Okay, so when you download the Cami Chrome extension, this option becomes available to you because it integrates in with Google Classroom. And what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to create an assignment. So let me go back in here. It's going to allow you to create an assignment using this PDF file. and it's going to put it into Google Classroom. Okay, so let me find, let me go back into here. Oops. Hold on a minute. Let me open the file, this one. Okay, so this is my one pager. This is what I want to send out to the kids. Okay, there's different ways that you can do this. You can create the Google Kami assignment through this 3-line menu and do it from here. All right, or if you feel more comfortable doing it in Google Classroom, you can certainly do it from this part as well. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to do. So I'm going to do it in the Kami app. So I'm going to click on create assignment. And you can see this interface looks very similar to Google Classroom. Okay. And this interface would be exactly what you would see if you clicked on the create Kami assignment button in your Google Classroom. It's the same window that shows up. So I can pick what class. I can pick, which students or all the students I want. I can add a title in here. Kami worksheet for math. All right, I'm going to add my directions. All right. Here's my PDF file, and look at this. This is the same thing as in Google Classroom. Okay, so this isn't really a big learning curve here. It just looks a little different. All right, I do have the option to make a copy for each student, share one copy. All right, so that means that the students could only read it or view it. Or I'm sorry, they can edit the copy. So you're distributing one file to all the students so that they can collaborate on it. And this one would be a read only so that they would just view it as a reference. So I'm going to hit make a copy. Let's give it a topic. And I'm going to click assign. And you want to send Kami instructions to students. You want to do that because in the beginning, they're not going to know what to do. And these instructions will help them. So before you send out an assignment to them, you're going to want them to install the extension and set it up so that you're with them or that you can help them, while they're doing that. So don't give them that to do on their own. They may run into problems. I would recommend that either you're face to face with them or, in some type of setting with them. So I'm going to open this in Google Classroom. All right. And you can see here now, let's go back. If I go to classwork, I'm in my testing topic. Here's my assignment. All right. And here's my PDF file. So let me view it. Oops. Classwork. So here's my PDF file. And then this is the instructions for the students. So it gives them the instructions attached to the assignment, which is nice. And it tells them exactly what I told you. They have to download the extension. They're going to add it to Chrome. It tells them to go to Google Classroom and click on the classwork page. And when they have to open up the PDF file, they need to open up the assignment and click on Open with Kami. So that's the way they're going to do it. And I'm going to show you as Pebbles. And then again, they have to allow it to permissions to access Drive. They have to pick their role. But once they do this, they're done. They don't have to do this again. This is just for the first time. And then they complete the assignment in the PDF file. And then they do see a turn-in button, which is very consistent with how how it works with Google Docs and in Google Classroom. So that's nice that that's consistent. So there's really not a learning curve there. It's just, it looks a little different. But once they set it up the first time with the extension, they don't have to ever do it again. So it's just a one-time deal. So I'm going to show you now what the students see. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? No, you guys are good? Okay. Let me
Doing
share my screen as
good
Pebble.
so far.
So far, so good? All right. We're almost done. Hang in there, guys. All right, let me share my screen. Now this is Pebbles. Alrighty, so now Pebbles has to go into the right class. So here's the demo class. Pebbles is going to click on the classwork page and go to the assignment number 60. All right, and she's going to click view assignment. All right, she sees the PDF, the directions for the install for the Chrome extension and how to open it. Okay, so she sees that right in the assignment. So there's no, I didn't know what to do. I didn't get it. They get it automatically because you had it checked off. It's the default. Okay. So now I'm going to open up the PDF file. So the PDF file's here. Now see what it does. All right. It views it first. It's like a preview. All right. All they have to do is click open with Cami. It's right there in their face. They click on it and now they get the PDF file opened up in the Cami interface with the tools that are available to them. So now the student can come in here, add a text box. I can click. I can put my answer in here. I can click. I can put my answer. I can click. I can put my answer. If I wanted to highlight something, I can mark this up. And then I can say something along the lines like, I don't know. Okay. So the student did it. All right. Now look up top here at the top right. There's a turn in button. So I'm going to turn it in. Can we put the text boxes in prior to sending it? Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. Yep, you definitely can do that. So right up top here, you can, the student would turn it in. All right. Hit turn in. All right. And now if I go back into Google Classroom as the student, all right, and let me refresh. See here, it's turned in. Okay. So it turned it in. Student did it, turned in, done. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and share my teacher screen. You guys with me so far? So all we did was we turned it in, right? So let me share my teacher screen. All right. Now, as the teacher, I'm back in Google Classroom. I'm going to refresh my page. And I'm going to go to that assignment. Here it is, number 60. All right, I see there's one person that turned it in. I'm going to click on it. All right, I'm going to open it. All right, now this is nice. Okay, and I should have showed you this, but I didn't. I'll have to do it again. Right over here, okay, because this is a PDF file, it says grade with Cami is checked. Okay, you want to make sure if you want to use Cami's tools to give feedback, you want to make sure that that's checked off, that that's actually on. Because I created the assignment using Cami, it's going to default on. And just say, and I should have did it and I forgot. Let me do it again. Just say Pebbles submitted in a Google Doc as well as the math worksheet. So there would be two attachments here. So let me do this. Let me go back in. Sorry guys, I forgot. Too much. I could follow my agenda to a certain point and then, I forget. So let me do this without screen sharing and everything. Let me just create, I'm going into Pebbles right now. And what I'm doing under Pebbles is I am creating a Google Doc. And so Pebbles would have the PDF file, the math worksheet, and a Google Doc attached to this number 60 assignment. Okay. Because I want to show you something really, really cool. So here's my Google Doc. All right. And I'm going to turn it in for Pebbles. So when Pebbles turns in the assignment, 2 attachments would get submitted into Google Classroom. So let me back out of this. All right. So you see my classroom, my classwork page, right? Okay. Okay, so all I did was I had Pebbles complete the PDF and then I created a doc within the assignment in Google Classroom. So now when I go into Pebbles, I see 2 attachments instead of 1. Okay. So if I click on that, all right, because I created the Kami assignment, the grade with Kami checkbox is enabled. Okay, so that's going to allow me to use all of these tools, the Kami tools, to give feedback and mark up the PDF file. Now, look over here. I have the PDF file. Now I have the document. Do you see that? Right here on the right side. All right. If I click on the doc, all right, I don't see any of the Kami tools. All right. There's nothing here. It looks the same. But if I click on this little K, do you see the K here next to um, the the name of the file here? If I click on this K, it's going to open that Google Doc in the Kami interface. And now I can take that Google Doc and use those Kami tools to give feedback, which is really cool. So, when you're given feedback with and that's my file, that was my Google Doc file that I had attached to the assignment. So one thing that's nice is now I can give feedback using all the Kami tools, right? So now I can use these tools and I can give feedback to the students, which is really cool. So because when Google Docs, you can't format your comments, right? You just have to type them in. But here I can actually, I can leave a comment, and if I want, if I wanted to, did I lose you guys? No. So if I wanted to leave a comment here, I can leave a comment and I can, do voice typing in here if I wanted to. I can mark it up and format the different things on the page. So you can use Kami's tools to give feedback to your students in Google Files, as long as this grade with Kami checkbox is checked off. If it's not checked off, then you don't have that ability to do that, which I thought was pretty cool. Any questions about that? That was a lot. All right, one last thing I want to show you is, and I'm going to actually stop presenting. Okay, so one thing I want to show you guys is now, like Sally, we were talking before. Sally was saying, oh, sometimes she'll find, stuff on the internet and she'll save it as a PDF file to her drive, which is good. That's what you want to do. But what about if you actually have I'm going to use my book. What if you actually have, like, because this is all I have here. What if you actually have a book or a newspaper article or a magazine, something physical, right? That you want your kids to read? Because not, why do I have to try to find this article online? Sometimes the newspapers block you because you have to have a subscription and and all this nonsense. So why can't I just get something physical, right? And give it to my kids? Well, you could, which is cool. All right. So, depending on your mobile device, all right, if you're an Android user, who's an Android user? All right, I'm an Android user. Woohoo! You iPhone users know, no good. All right, anyway, Android users, what you're going to do, all right, make sure you're using the up-to-date Google Drive app. All right, this is for Android users. All right, if I open up the Google Drive app on my phone, and I'm going to show you this, let me just get it. All right. Okay, we'll just do it here. All right. In my Google Drive, hold on a second. It switched. Okay, in my Google Drive, all right, you see the plus button there? The plus button is going to allow you to create something. All right. In my drive, I have a scan option. Do you see the scan option? All right. So if I click on scan, now I could take a picture of my book, right? So I'm taking an actual picture of my book. You can do this with a newspaper article, like I said, a magazine. All right. I took a picture. All right. You see that? Now I hit the check because I want it to be scanned. Guess what it did? It scanned it as a PDF file. All right. Do you see it up top? It says PDF. You see it? All right. So it takes whatever you took a picture of. All right. Basically, it's like a scan and it saves it as a PDF file. Now you would put that into your Google Drive in your school Google account. Okay. Because now it's prompted me to save it. So I'm going to save it. It's asking me which folder and which account. I click save, and now that file is saved as a PDF in my Google Drive. Now, how do I get to it? I open it with Cami, and then I can push it out to the kids that way. So you can do that, take something physical, and you can scan it in or capture it with your phone. Now, for all of you Apple users, okay, because I don't have an Apple phone, you have to use the Notes app. Okay, I don't know the workflow to it, so you have to, you have to do it. You have to try it, and then you have to let me know, because I only have an Android phone. So they say you can do it in the Notes app. Do you see us? Okay, Sally's giving me thumbs up. So do it in the Notes app, and then you have the ability to capture it and then upload it into your Drive. And then once it's in Drive, you would, open with Cami, and then you can manipulate it from there. Okay. I got Adobe Scan on my phone. Will that work? I don't know. I don't know. You have to try it. Is that an Apple or Android? Nicole, you're muted. Or you can just type it. Yeah, I don't know if that would work. Cam Scanner also works well and with files, and they can be saved to Drive. But does it save it as a PDF? I don't know, Brandon. That's the key. Because it does. Okay, cool. So that was called Cam Scanner, all right, through iOS. So you may want to try that app. So there's ways that you can capture physical things and put them into your Drive, and then you can manipulate them, the PDF files, using the Cami Chrome extension. All right. I think that concludes everything. I went over a lot of information. I did follow my agenda, so yay! So I'm going to share my notes with you, um, but I'm going to stop recording and I will we'll call it an end of the session.